frequency shifting. So we have one left subtopic before we finish the module 1. So we have the transmitter and receiver that will be discussed this morning. Okay, wait lang, hindi siya mag-share. Wait lang ha, wait, at hindi siya. Nakikita niyo na ba? Nakita niyo na yung sender ko? Ay, yung ano, presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like what I've said, we have already finished the FSK and ASK, no? So for this time, we're gonna finish the fourth subtopic, that is the FSK transmitter and receiver. No? So this will conclude your module 1. So for the FSK transmitter, we will discuss first the FSK transmitter. So with this one, the FSK modulator. So as we all know, the modulation for any transmission happens on the modulation happens on the transmitter. So FSK modulator, which is very similar to conventional FM modulator, and is very often voltage controlled oscillator. So the center frequency, sinabi natin sa center frequency yung bandwidth, no? Kino-consume ng between frequency, mark frequency and space frequency. The center frequency is chosen such that it falls halfway between the mark and space frequencies. So sabi dito, logic 1, ito yung part na logic 1 is from logic 1 inputs shift the voltage controlled oscillator output to the marked frequency, whereas the logic 0 inputs shifts the voltage control oscillator, the VCO output, to the space frequency. So kapag dire-diretso yan, no, consequently the binary input signal changes back and forth, kaya nagkakaroon ng output na logical output na nagkakaroon din ng shifting, no, between mark and space frequency. So, dito natin. Pag dito sa FSK transmitter, we have to consider that the delta itong delta F, no, is the peak frequency. Sinabi natin delta, that is the deviation, no, of the carrier. This delta F is equal to the difference between the carrier and the rest frequency. Okay? When we say carrier, yun yung nasa gitna, going to mark or either mark or the space frequency. So this one is delta F is equal expressed mathematically into bilang nasama dito sa ano natin, no, sa presentation. But if you are going to follow me on your book, the mathematical expression for the delta F is equal to the Vm with respect to T, K, or the K is the representation of the deviation that happened for the sensitivity, no, whether it's going to mark or space frequency. So delta F is equal to Vm T K L. So it's stated here that with the binary FSK, this amplitude, the amplitude of the input signal can be only two values, no? Of course, we have only zeros and ones kasi yun lang yung na re-recognize din, no, to process inside your modulator circuit. So it can be only logic 1 and logic 0. So the frequency deviation is simply the plus or minus daw, no, of the peak voltage. of the binary signal times the deviation sensitivity of the voltage controlled oscillator. That's why that is the result is that the peak voltage will be the same as for the logic 1 or logic 0 depending on the magnitude of the frequency deviation. So yung nag-shift siya, no? At the demodulator, so we could have the logic 0 or logic 1. It depends on the deviation. Okay, let's take a look for this non-coherent demodulator. No, there are two types of demodulator. No, at the transmitter side, we have the coherent and non-coherent FSK demodulator. So this figure on your left, on the left of the screen, is the non-coherent FSK demodulator. So with this one, ano yung nakikita natin? So the inputs are applied, no, to the both. Meron muna palang power splitters. So ano yung function ng power splitter diyan? Yung power splitter ang segregate, no? Whether your signal will be going to logic 0 or logic 1. So the bandpass filter yun naman yung nag-allow, no? Whether, say for example, you are going to pass only the logic 1, so all the logic 0 will be alleviated, no? O mawawala. Okay, so yung input natin sa yung FSK input natin, which is either mark or space, will go to the power splitter. Okay? And then that power splitter, anong pinaka-function niya is that like what I've said, yung 1 and 0 is sineseparate niya, no? Into two different paths, no? We have FS and FM, which is being separated, and then these two are kumaga meron siyang designated na dalawang bandpass filter, no? So ano naman ang ginagawa ng bandpass filter? So pag dito sa S, so ang pinapadaan niya is logic 1, no? So it only passes the mark frequency. Okay, doon sa taas. Kaya nga yung pagka kung ano yung low pass filter. So yung mababa dun sa cut-off frequency, pinapadaan. So same with this one. Pagka yung bandpass filter mo is only allowed to pass the mark frequency, so that will be the one, no? Yung nasa taas, no? And for the nasa baba naman, yung mark frequency natin, so ang pinapadaan niya is yung space frequency. So ano naman yung ginagawa ng envelope detector? So kung mapapansin natin, the output is still in the meron tayong parang sine wave pa rin dito, no? That it goes to the envelope detector. Itong envelope detectors indicate the total power on each passband. So paglabas sa kanya, nasa DC ano na siya, DC level na, no? So after that, the DC output coming from the envelope detector goes to the comparator. Ano naman yung comparator? Sabi dito, comparator responds to the largest of the two powers. So that means if the continuous input, no? So for example, dito sa FS case, continuous yung pag-input ng signal, no? And then continuous din yung pag-output from or pag-filter and from detection of the envelope detector. Pagdating sa comparator, the one that has the largest of the two power will be the logic one. And then the other one is considered as flat or zero na siya. No? So still on the data output niya will be 0 and 1. So sabi dito, this circuit is called the non-coherent detection because there is no frequency involved in the demodulation process that is synchronized either in phase, frequency, or both with the incoming frequency shift signal. So this type of modulation, yung merong bandpass filter, is called the non-coherent detection. So another type of the FSK transmitter is the this one, coherent detector. Remember this. So same with the other one, no? Meron tayong power splitter. So dito, FSK input natin, no? Our signal is has passed through to the power splitter. Okay?
Hindi ko rin kasi anak pala.
So dito sa power splitter, meron kagad siyang paglabas niya, meron siyang or distinct na kagad yung kanyang signal, no?
So,
as
extension.
Binary 1 or 0, no? Sabi dito, the incoming FSK signal is multiplied by a recovered carrier signal that has the exact same frequency and the phase at the transmitter reference. So, however, the two transmitted frequency, the mark and space frequency are not generally continuous. So, it is not practical to reproduce a local reference that is coherent with the both of them. No? So, sabi dito, consequently, coherent FSK is seldom used. But this one is more stable, no? Or more susceptible to noise, actually, yung coherent. But because of the complexity of the circuit, so hindi siya mas sabi dito, mas seldom siyang ginagamit. So ano nangyayari dito? Bakit may X, no? Or dun sa itong representation ng X na to is minimix, no? Or minimultiply yung carrier at saka yung carrier at saka yung multiplier. And then it will pass through the low pass filter wherein lumalabas na sa kanya is yung representation ng 1, logic 1 and logic 0. Then this part naman, yung triangle is the kanina comparator, dito naman siya ay comparator is an amplifier as well, no? So same with this one. We have the amplifier that process, no, the logic 0 and logic 1 before it gives the data output. So ano yung difference nung dalawa? Ano yung parang pinaka essence nung etong coherent at saka non-coherent? So pag dun sa dito sa coherent modulator, we're using the multiplier, no? And or mini-mix natin, no? Kaya yung X is the mixer, no? Whereas dun sa non-coherent, you're just using the filter. You're using the bandpass filter and then it is being rectified to DC, no? Nakagagets nyo ga? Dito sa una, paglabas pa lang dito, naka-logic 1 and logic 0 na siya. Paglabas ng power splitter. And then, kumbaga, parang baliktad sila ng function. Dito naman, pinifilter muna bago nire-rectify. Okay? So like what I've said, yung etong non-coherent is mas madalas gamitin. Sabi nga, dito kasi sabi, FSK for coherent detection is not usually used, no? Or mas oftenly used, no? That is for the FSK transmitter. So we've discussed that we have two types. We have coherent and non-coherent type, no? Wait lang. Okay, after the FSK transmitter, we're going to discuss the FSK receiver now. No? So FSK demodulation is the one that we discussed, no, on the previous figure, no. In your book, no, figure 8 will be your, wait lang. Okay, so the demodulator coherent and non-coherent was already discussed. So we'll now go to the PLL, no? Wait lang. Okay, sabi dito, the most common circuit used for the demodulating binary frequency shift keying is the phase lock loop. No? This one is the figure that is shown on this one. So we have analog FSK input, and then we have the phase comparator. Kapag sinayang phase comparator, tinitingnan niya kung mag-output siya as the lower or higher phase, no? Kung meron siyang, kung magbibigay siya ng logic 0 or logic 1. And then the input to the PLL shifts between the mark and space frequency, no? So yung DC error, ito yung DC error voltage that is coming from your amplifier follows the frequency shift. No? Sabi dito, if there are only two input frequency, which is mark and space, there are also two input on the error voltages. No? So the one that represents a logic 1 and the other one is logic 0. So yun yung nilalabas niya. Same with doon kanina sa dito. Meron tayong logic 1 and logic 0 after the comparator. So this is the same with this one. The natural frequency of the PLL is made equal to the center frequency of the FSK modulator. No? So sabi dito, the result, the changes in the DC error voltage on this part after the amplifier will follow the changes in the analog input frequency, which are symmetrical around 0 volts. Okay, so in binary FSK has the poor performance, no, compared to the phase shift keying or quadrature amplitude modulation. No? This one is this one is not usually used, no, or this is seldomly used for high performance digital radio system. Okay. So saan lang daw ito ginagamit? This is only used for low performance, low cost, and asynchronous data modem that are used for data communication over analog voice band telephone lines. So consequently, hindi siya ginagamit pag mga high bit data rates na bawa kumbaga ay mas mataas yung mga bitrate na kailangan natin kung hindi siya applicable. Okay, last part for this transmitter and receiver part of your FSK is the continuous phase frequency shift keying. So ano daw tong continuous phase frequency shift keying? So this is defined as this is a binary FSK, no? So same dun sa kanina. But the mark and space frequency are synchronized with the input binary bitrate. Okay. So bakit sinabing synchronous? Synchronous daw simply states that there is a precise time relationship between the two. No? So that doesn't mean that they are equal. So the mark and space frequencies are selected such as that they are separated from the center frequency by an exact multiple of 1/2 the bit rate. So by mathematical expression, no? Mark frequency and space frequency is equal to n multiplied by FB over 2. Nasa book nyo din naman yan. So, sabi dito yung n is any integer. So, ano yung ginagawa ng continuous phase? Sinabi ng continuous phase FSK. So, this one ensures that a smooth phase transition in analog output signal when it changes from mark to space or baliktad, no? Or vice versa. So that means pagka nagbago yung phase niya, nagkakaroon ng phase discontinuity, no? So when your phase changes, no, from like for this one, if you have your crescent is on your 90 degrees, it will go to reverse to negative 90, no? So your phase discontinues and it will have a bit error, no? So it can be seen that when the input changes from logic 1 to logic 0, the phase is discontinued to the analog signal. No? The demodulator has trouble following the frequency shift. Consequently, an error will occur. So this one, the last figure, no? This one naman shows your continuous phase MSK waveform. Now ito, when the output frequency changes, okay, nagkaroon ng change, no? It is a smooth continuous transition. So there is no phase discontinuity as compared to this one. So dito magkakaroon ng error, no? Kasi parang hindi niya ma-detect from positive or logic 1, abrupt yung pagka-change niya ng phase, no? Or nung kanyang pinaka-angle ng frequency or angle ng wave, sorry. Whereas dito, mas smooth yung transition, no? So sabi dito, continuous phase FSK has a bit error performance than conventional FSK for a given signal to noise ratio. So that's why this one is more preferred siya na gamitin, no? Because that is less susceptible sa noise at sa pagkakaroon ng error rate or bit error. However, yung disadvantage naman niya, mayroon siyang kumbaga mas complex yung kanyang circuit, no? Mayroon siyang synchronization circuit. So kapag ginamit siya with different devices or implementation, mas mahal. So ganun talaga, yun yung parang trade-off, no? Kahit naman sa lahat ng bagay, ano yung mas mahal, most commonly yun yung nagbibigay na mas magandang quality. So same with this one. Pag gusto mong smooth operation or less error, so you have to use this one, but it's more complicated and more expensive. Okay. So that's the transmitter and receiver, no? FSK transmitter and FSK receiver. Pero the complete discussion for this one is on your reference book, Tomasi. Okay, so we crossed the end of the module 1. No? By the way, by next meeting, no, yan sabi ko lang ha. For the next meeting, you'll be having your first quiz, no? That will cover your that will cover the 4 topics. No? We have the introduction to digital communication, information capacity. Ito yung magiging coverage. No? Bits, bit rate, MRE encoding, amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, tsaka yung diniscuss natin today, yung transmitter and receiver. Actually, may key pa lang naman yan. But, yun na yung coverage ng buong module 1. Okay, so, on Tuesday, get ready for your first week. Okay, so, for now, I'll be giving you your first GT, no? Iwanan ko na lang to sa inyo. And you have to submit before 2 o'clock. No? So I will send it to your announcement. Wait lang.
Ano pa?
Ano na?
Before ano pa?
Before our subject finish. Or at least hanggang before 5 o'clock. No problem. But the sooner that you submit, that is better. No? So, sisend ko ngayon sa announcement yung questions. Wait lang. So, yun lang yung coverage for your first quiz. Kaya may iksipan naman siya. Tsaka konting formulas pa lang involved, no? And this SITWORK/graded task number 1 will be your parang review na din, no? That will for your the preparation on your first quiz. Wait lang. Nakita nyo? Nakita nyo yung gagawin nyo?
Yes po, sir. Sir, saan po yung upload after?
Doon na rin, mag-reply kayo sa sa sinend kong announcement. Hindi ko alam yung sabing bin. Sino ba nagsabi sa inyo ba yun? At sa kabilang section pa rin. Yung parang pwedeng i-drop down sa bin, hindi ko naman gamay pa yun. So, dyan na lang kayo mag-reply. No? So, I'll be waiting within the day. No? Kung mas maaga, mas okay. No? Yun naman ang gagawin nyo ngayong the remaining 2 hours. No? So, di ko na kayo hold for lakas ng ulan. For any longer, no? But you have to finish this one. Tatanggapin ko lang yan hanggang maximum 5 o'clock, no? Okay? Any questions? You can refer, naririnig niyo pa ba ako? You can refer on your book, no? Nandun naman yan, dun sa Tomasi. No?
Sir, na po pala, ano po ito? Handwritten po?
Yes.
Okay po. Thank you po.
handwritten. Kaya sabi ko, isulat sa bond paper, pakipicturan at isend doon sa announcement. Ano? Na-gets ng lahat?
Sir, ano pong size ng bond paper?
Short lang.
Sige po.
Okay, that will be served also as your review na rin, no? Para you'll be ready on Tuesday. But like what I've said, coverage for your dito, yung exam is yung hanggang dun sa transmitter, starting from the beginning. No? Nakikita niyo rin naman yung ating mga PowerPoint, nakapublish na siya sa Canvas. Okay? Any questions pa? Kung wala na, you can leave. No? I'll just be waiting for your submission. Okay? Acknowledge ko na lang siya once na na-receive ko.
Sir, yung quiz po ay iikot lang po dun sa content po sa Canvas presentation at sa book.
At sa book, oo. Yung book din, mas better na sa book kayo para mas comprehensive. Yun din naman actually yun. Kung makapansin.
Okay.
Anong chapter po?
Ha?
Alin chapter po nung book?
Parang, wait lang ha. Parang hanggang number 1-4 lang siya. Wait lang. Hanggang page, ano lang siya? Page 61? Starting from page, konti lang to. Page, ang start ay doon sa start ng chapter. 49. So, 12 pages. 12, 13.
Sige po, thank you po.
Okay? So, terms and terms and power. Problem solving. Expect terms and problem solving.
Sir, sir, kung pwede daw pong A4 yung papel, wala lang daw pong short.
Sige lang. Pipicturean
Thank
niyo
you
lang
po.
niya. Okay? Wala nang tanong? Nuggets na. So, your exam will be on Tuesday, no? Pag, ano yan, pag face-to-face. Pero pagka-online, diretso muna tayo ng module 2. No? Pero hopefully naman ay hindi na. Although wala pang, hindi na online. Although wala pa namang announcement ulit. No? Which is, tatanong ko na lang kay Sir Earl. Pag sa tomorrow, or may Friday pa naman, kaya hindi pa naman. Kumbaga hindi pa tapos yung week. Ang effectivity kasi ng online is hanggang Saturday, I think. So, any changes will be announced. So, ganun ha. Pagka face-to-face, sa Tuesday, we'll have your first quiz. If not, we'll go to Module 2 muna. No? Sa school na lang tayo kung kailan mag-face-to-face, saka tayo mag-face. Okay? Malinaw?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Sige, you can leave. And I'm expecting to submit that, ha? Before 2 o'clock or before 5 o'clock, no problem. But basta within today, pag kaya na ipinasa nyo ng beyond 5 o'clock, ano na, wala na. Okay? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, see you on Tuesday. Okay, see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.